Hey guys, King Joe here. So today I will be showing you how to hide your electrical wires and pipes. Okay, so here I'm showing you my Crystal Isles base. It is on official PVE network. So you can see that I don't really have a whole lot of wiring showing. I have been able to hide everything underneath my base. Now there's multiple ways that you can do this. This is the first way. The way I did it here is I have a what I call a subfloor. So I did my wiring in a separate, like one by one underneath, and that's what I'm going to show you right here. So you could see there's a little crawl space, and I have my generators and all my wiring are down here. Now the generator, I don't know if anyone knows about this, but there is this option for unpowered auto activation. If it's enabled, as soon as you have two generators, if you shut off one, which I'm going to show you right here, make sure they're both on it enabled. As soon as you shut off one, the other one will kick on, assuming they're on the same electrical wires. The benefit to this feature is you can basically have gasoline for a long time this way. Sometimes, because my generators are hidden, I sometimes completely forget to check them. So basically, just make sure that I don't ever run out of gas. So if one runs out of gas, the other one kicks on. The other nice feature about that is in PVE, people like to troll, and if they were able to get into your base, they can shut off your generator, which would unpower your cryo fridges and all the other stuff. So that prevents that too. Alright, so now I'm going to be showing you my greenhouse. I have wiring into there because I have a refrigerator and all that. And you can't see any wiring. This is also where my piping comes in for my little pond. I have piping and wiring all throughout my base that you can't see. And it goes all the way through my base. It goes upstairs as well. And then it goes out. And I have my little area where I have my incubating area also has wiring and water. And for the most part, you can't see it. You can see a little bit here. I need to fix this area right here a little better, but you get the idea. It is, for the most part, hidden. And then I also have it running into my breeding pen area underneath the floors. And so that pretty much covers most of my base is wired with hidden wiring. Alright, so let's get on to how to do this hidden wiring, okay? So you're going to need your vertical wiring, you're going to need your straight wiring, your intersection wiring, flexible wiring, and then obviously a generator. So this is the best time to do this is when you're first building your base. It makes it a little easier. So you got your generator down, you connect a wire, okay? We're going to put some gas in it just to show that it's powered. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove a foundation first. I'll pick one over here. Yeah, you see how it looks kind of ugly, the wiring, right? When it's just out and about, hidden, not hidden. So we're going to remove this foundation here, okay? And then you're going to take out your wire, whether it's straight or an intersection. I always like to start with an intersection one, okay? So you place it down like this. Then you can put your foundation back on top of that. And then what you can do is you take a vertical wire, and you can see that you have the 4 click points, okay? And that's how you check to see where the wire is when it clicks like that, or when it snaps. So then you take your horizontal wire and you can straight wire and you can attach it. You could see that I was able to attach it right all the way through. And you could do it on the other side as well. And you can do this throughout your base. Then you take your flexible wires and you can connect to your main starting point of your electricity. Like right here, I'm gonna try to connect it as hidden as I can. So then what that does now is it's all connected, and you can verify your connection by either placing a vertical wire and then you can see that it's yellow, or you can just attach electrical wire. You can see that we can place our electrical outlets underneath the floor as well, so you can't actually see them. Now, obviously, depending on where you put the outlet, will give you that like string-like effect. Um, that, depending on how far away it is from the item that you're trying to power, will make it a longer string. So I try to put the outlets as close as possible to the item, so we don't get those like long strings everywhere. Another way that you can hide your wire is you take your wire that you're trying to place and you go to the end of your foundation and you can actually place it slightly above underneath the top of it. It's a little tricky, and when you place it you can see boom. So now you do the same thing. You can place wires all throughout the floor while being hidden. Depending on the terrain, this might work better if you have a little bit uneven terrain, and you can see that I can still place my wires underneath. And you can verify placement by using a vertical wire to check for placement. Then you take your flexible piping, or sorry, flexible electrical, and you can attach it to the main generator. So now you have power. And you can verify that power with a vertical. You can see it's yellow. So that means it's got power. Then you pick it up, and that is how you do this. Okay, so another way that you can hide your wiring, if you're trying to hide your wiring on a higher level, like upstairs, this is how you would do it. This is how a good way of doing it, at least. First, when you're building your base, this is the important part. You're going to want to, on your corners, I like to sometimes put pillars. It adds an extra feature. So to be able to add a pillar to the corner, you're going to need fence foundations. And then when you attach your pillar, you can actually place the wire pretty much dead center in the pillar, which will allow you to hide the wire. Not quite dead center, but pretty close. This is also a good way in PvP to hide your wires too. It gives it the wiring more protection, so they don't get broken so easily. So once you place it in the center, you can then place a pillar on top of that, and you can place your wires as high up as you prefer. You can put your pillar 20 high if you wanted to, and then you can put your wires to get wiring to the top of your base in a very concealed manner. Another neat trick, but it only works with the tech walls, is you can actually hide the wiring very well inside of a tech wall. For some reason, you can see, you can almost hide the wire right inside the wall, right there, and you can't even see it. You can put it actually dead center too if you want it, like in that little junction spot. But I prefer more inside the wall. So I'm gonna pick this one back up, and you could barely see the other one. Like you could barely see the tiny little bit of it, and you can go on the outside, and it doesn't show either. So that's another good way. As long as you're building in tech, you can actually hide your wires very, very well without anyone being able to see any of that. And not everyone is all about that. All right, so we're back on my main server on Crystal Isles, and you can also do all these tricks that I showed you today with the plumbing. It works literally the same exact way. You can use the flexible piping, you can use the intersections, you can use straight, you can use the vertical, and so basically it works the same. I did show you here for a second here that it does work with pipes as well. So you can see that the plumbing, electrical, you can't really see it throughout my base. The nice part about the pipes, the metal pipes at least with tech, you can actually hide them even easier on top, because you could see that here I have one, but you can barely see it unless you're like looking for it, especially if you put it nice and straight on the seam here. But it gives it that nice clean finish. So, alright guys, well that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, and I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you, and have a nice day.